Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here with Hani Johari. You guys already know
Already know.
a name that's pretty familiar in the community, and he just came off a top 32 from Vegas. He lost to the person on our team who actually ended up winning the entire tournament. So shout out to Paulie for that.
Lost the
And
Polly.
yeah, I'll let Hani take it off. Shout outs before you start.
I would like to give a shout out to Luxury Gaming, of course. Big shout out to Pac. Me and him been pretty much going everywhere.
Oh God, yes.
Um, and shout outs to Tito. He really helped me theory the deck a little bit, and we pretty much came to a conclusion on a list. So shout out to him,
Sure.
and shout out to Deadly for telling me to play Herald in my deck because that card came up OD times.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that's
All right, let's get started with the profile, bro. I'll let you take over. So I'm just gonna shut up and enjoy the show.
All right. So for starters, I play 3 Ecclesia, 3 Moye, 2 Tae, 3 Longyan, 3 Emergence, 1 Blackout. This is all pretty standard. I'm not really gonna explain this. I feel like everyone should know why we play these ratios. Like this is the same as last format. The only thing people could question is playing 1 Blackout instead of 2. I just think you only need to play 1, especially now that Desires is at 1. So like, you never really need the second. It just never really came up for me. So this was good. That was a perfect lineup for the Sword Souls. And then for the Tenny cards, the best card in the deck, 3 Ashuna, 3 Adhara, 2 Vishuda, 1 Shatana, 3 Vessel, 3 Circle. Now people are questioning why I'm playing Circle because this card got a lot worse since Protos had gotten banned. Because usually you're pretty much just searching that like majority of the time last format, but now like in this format everyone's playing cards like Valor, Nib, or Valor, Ogre, even Nib, like all these hand traps. So you need to use like cards like this to prevent like to play through those cards. Like whenever you summon Moye and then you have this, it's like an FTK because like they go you go Moye, reveal Longyan, they go Ogre because that would pretty much shut down your play. You go Chain Heavenly, Dragon Circle, tribute your Moye, search for a Shuna, get a token, and then you go. And then like at that point, you could just like do this crazy synchro play. I can show all the combos at the end. So like, this card's crazy. Like in this deck specifically, and like it's crazy that people had cut this card. And then like, this card's insane. Vessel in the fiber combo in this deck. Whenever you trigger this, like you could pretty much end on like Herald, Shishao, and then like a Synchro 10, and it's just like crazy. Your boards are actually just insane every time you open Vessel, and like these cards just play through boards inherently. Like if you just verse just like boards, like like boards that like don't auto win like like the Scythe Lock. If you don't get Scythe Locked, you just pretty much win the game because these cards break all the boards. Like this breaks any board. These cards break any board in the game. Like yeah, I'm talking about there's like no games that I'm losing to like regular boards. It literally has to be the Scythe DPE. Like there's just no other thing that could like beat the Tenny cards. And then for the hand traps, I played 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 2 Bell, 2 Valor, 2 Imperm.
Oh God, yes.
I played I played 15 hand traps in a 48 card deck, which means I have a 50% chance of drawing 2 of them in my opening 5, and I have a 88% chance of drawing 1 of them in my opening 5. So like, it's very rare that I don't open a hand trap. Unfortunately, in top 32 too, I open 0. So like it rarely happens, but no, like I did the math on it. This was the perfect ratio, and people wonder why I play 2, 2, and 2 of these. Well, these are the worst to open in combinations. Like I hate opening double Valor or Imperm Valor because Imperm Valor into the Brave cards aren't like the greatest. So like that's the reason why I didn't like him that much. They just weren't the greatest into Brave cards. Like usually people just they just like play right through them. So I really just like it in combination with Nib, and like in some matchups these were good. And then Bell was good. It was once per turn. I hate opening multiples, So I was just okay with the 2. I side decked the 3rd for certain matchups, but I think that was okay with that. And then 3 of all these, because these ones were just insane. Hitting this with Faithful Adventure was insane. Like Ash is just standard, and Nib is just the best hand trap this format, I think. Like every time you open Nib in combination with any hand trap, you pretty much just win the game majority of the time. So that's the reasoning for that. And then after that, the 2 random spells, Call by the Grave and Desires. I resolved this like 3 times this weekend. I was pretty happy about that. Call by the Grave. This card was good because you could hit Scythe as well. Like if you open a hand trap plus this, sometimes that's enough to beat your opponent. And like the card just hit like a bunch of hand traps this format. Like there's so many hand traps running around. And then my boy, Darth Vader, Duskbot 001, the homie. How to kill my boy. So,
Bro, explain the story. Explain why this despot has a red saber, bro.
I'm just sitting there and I'm playing my matches. I'm drawing these. I draw this card constantly. I'm talking about I draw it literally every match. This card is just like it's like the only brick in my deck. Literally the only brick in my deck. You could look through my whole entire deck. You can't find a single brick. It's literally just this card. This is just the worst card to draw, and it's always in my hand. So one day I'm just watching my opponent combo me, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm sick of Luke Skywalker. Took him, got a red marker, made him into Darth Vader, the red lightsaber.
Bro, yo, I remember like in testing, you and I like played, and you just kept opening that card, bro. It was mad funny. He's like, yo, I got some extra time to vibe. Let's call it this mofo.
Yeah. Yep. And when I was playing Joel too, same thing. I just had it in my hand always. All right, on to the extra. 2 monk, 1 fiber, 1 Auroradon, pretty standard. I don't play Shaman. That's the only thing that's not standard here. The reason I don't play Shaman is because it just never comes up. Like every time, like you would think it would come up. There's just probably a better play with like fiber. It just didn't come up because there's no grind game anymore. Like the turns are like 2 turns only. Like Shaman comes up in the grind game. Like that just doesn't exist. Like these decks that I'm playing against don't even have an engine. Like they don't have a grind game. Like people are just playing like piles, and then like there's also just like FTK decks running around. Like you're not gonna get 2 turns. So like it was good not to play Shaman. 3rd monk comes up sometimes, but you just have to live without it. You don't have the room. For the other synchro, or for the synchros now, I play Herald. This card is insane. It came up a lot of times, pretty much with Auroradon in a Shuna. I can just show the combo later. And then after that, I play Yazi, Tubaxia, Xiaofeng. The Yang Zing card's broken. Berserker, double Shishao, Long Yun. This card was literally the nuts this weekend. Pretty much what I was doing majority of the weekend, I was summon Long Yun. I would have Moye Long Yun, I would make this, and then I would make Shishao, and I would go Chainlink 1 Shishao, Chainlink 2 Synchro 10, Chainlink 3 Moye, draw 2 cards, search for Blackout, and that was my end board. I play straight into Nibiru. I don't care. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, I just win the game straight on the spot. This beats all the Brave cards. This beats literally everything. Like this card is the stones. Like it's great against DDD. It's great against all the Brave decks. It's just the stones in this format. If you could just put this on the board, you're pretty much just winning the game. 1 Chen Ying and then 1 Baron. All these Synchro 10s are broken. That's it for the extra. Onto the side, Red Reboot, Twin. Never sided this in because I never was Trap. I sided this in against Prank Kids. Card's crazy against kids. You get to hit the Pandemonium and other sets. 3 Droplets. I side this in against Kid. Hitting the Butler is important, or you get to hit Bow Wow sometimes if you really want to. This card was good. I liked it a lot, so probably will Yeah, I probably would keep it in the side. Like, I see people cutting it because I'm playing like a lot of hand traps, and some people don't want to play a lot of this. But I think 3 was good. I don't think I have any complaints with it. Also good against Flunderees, so that's the real reason why I sided it. I really sided it for those matchups specifically. 3 Lancia. This was good against Phantom Knights, Flunderees, the Dragon Link deck. Like, that's the matchups I sided in against. So that's the reason I played that. And then Gamma Driver, best hand traps. And then Bell. This was just for the Phantom Knight deck, and the Print Kid deck. I just wanted the third one. So like, pretty much in this deck, you just want to side out non-engine for other non-engine, and just have the best non-engine cards for those specific matchups, because like you already did the math on your deck. You know what your chances are of drawing your hand traps, like a 50% chance to open 2, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that math. So.
Yo, so you want to explain the no teleport theory? Because if you just fan out your deck,
yeah.
And do the piles again for people to see as a quick overview, you'll yeah, you didn't play teleport in your list, so you want to explain why?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't play teleport because the card literally doesn't help you extend through Ogre. Like, whenever you go like summon Moye reveal to get a token, and you have Telly in your hand and your opponent ogres you, you're stuck on a token that says you can't synchro summon, and then you can't special summon any like monster off of E-Telly that can get you out of that scenario. It actually just sucks. Like, you're just in a really bad scenario. So E-Telly a lot of the times is dead because everybody's playing 3 Ogre in your deck. Are you really going to just take the chance of saying, nah, my opponent's never going to Ogre me on my normal summon, and this is not going to be a dead card? No, it came up way too much, and that's why I played Circle over E-Telly. And yeah, it paid off like tremendously, because like I never lost to Ogre in this deck, because if I had a Shuna, if I had Vessel, if I had Circle, or if I had any one of those cards, when my opponent has Ogre for my Moye, I can extend through it. And like, that's the point of this deck, is to extend through hand traps. And I extended through a lot of hand traps this weekend. Like, this is the only deck that I felt like can extend through hand traps, and then play a lot of hand traps, and then end on like a really, really good board turn 1 that your opponent can't beat. Like, that's the thing. Like, this deck did all of that. And the thing is, this deck doesn't play a million bricks. It plays one Deskbot 001 in its deck, and that's it. This deck is pure consistency. Besides that, literally pure consistency. But that's like
and then I think the other thing for people to see was like, you wanted to show the combo with how you make Herald as well.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely down to show that combo to be honest.
Okay. Because basically, it's like, I think it's just basically a shooting in the graveyard with the full Aurora loop.
Yeah, like here, let's just do this, because this is it. Like, this is the combo. So you go special, you send this, you special this, you activate this. You send this, you add this. Special this. You send these. Send this. Like, this isn't the go-to combo I go for. Usually I go for like Shishao into Blackout, but like, there are game states where you do this combo. Like, there are
to be honest, like, depending on your hand, like Tenyi Vessel plus like a normal summon is so broken. Like, it beats like Nib like crazy. It's like so disgusting. It beats like Nib, like, it's so disgusting. Like, sometimes Hani extends to like Nib hand trap too. It's crazy. Like I'm talking about like Nib plus like Ash or something, not like Nib Imperm, obviously. Yeah, so you make Herald here.
Yep.
So activate a Shuna right here, summon at that horror, right? Yep.
Okay, go and back to Shuna now. You can make Yazi. And then can pop these two. You could special this. There's also another play where you can go tie ace and long yawn, and then in Hara add back the long yawn.
Yeah, because it would get banished off of Herald. So like, yeah, there's some really crazy plays where like you would send long yawn just so you can add it back.
Yeah, if you have another worm in your hand, yeah, that's exactly what you do. If you have another worm in your hand pack, you go send long.
Yeah.
Right there, and then like that's even crazier. And then right here you draw one.
Yeah, this is all without a normal. Like it changes quite dramatically depending on how you open. Cause sometimes Hani does like the cancer stuff where like
this is like your normal summon. Yeah, dude. Like your opponent hasn't even your opponent's scared of a hand trap. If you've done anything, I'd probably just use a hand. Like I'd probably just extend through it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it just depends. But like usually, like
it depends on your hand. Yes, it depends on your hand, and like the thing is, you also have to like read like the boards. Like I have to open your hand and see how you want to play through what hand traps. That's why the deck is a very hard deck to play very well. Like it's actually very challenging deck than people would give it credit for, because it's very tough to sequence your hand to beat the right hand traps and the right disruption, especially going second too, and going first as well. That's why like I think this deck is very good. It's very consistent too. Like if you notice, every card was a 3 of except for the 2 of, which is Taya, right? Like because those are cards you want to see. Like it's basically like just good deck building theory. Just 3 ofs is every card you want to see. 2 ofs for the cards that comes up like sometimes, but not all the time. Literally like Taya, not an amazing starter. Yeah. Look at that. Let me see that hand. Okay, I'm taking notes. Okay.
What? This is exactly what you want to see. Every hand.
That's a god combo, yeah.
One hand trap, whatever, 90%. You're gonna draw one. 50%, you're gonna draw two. You know the math. Sometimes you draw two, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
The thing is, like, your opponents are bricking. You gotta remember that. Don't forget that.
Yeah, you drew 2 non-engine. 2 non-engine. A shoe night horror, win. Because you ogre the Griffin and then you call by them. That's game. That's game.
Yeah,
that's game against prank kids too. That's game against prank kids. You ogre the Griffin, call by chain ogre. Yeah, it's game. Yep. Only one hand trap, and you drew the one of PK and prank. Yeah, that's just game. Yeah. Like it's, I think the deck is very, like I said, very consistent. Like I think it's a deck that if people want to pick up, it's still like a deck that's still good. Like a lot of people think it's not good, but it's still a very good deck. Oh my god, that's disgusting, bro. Yeah, sometimes you open 3. It's like 30% to open 3 or something like that.
I'm not afraid to open. I'm not afraid to open hands consistently. Like I'm just not afraid to. I already know it. Like what you're gonna see, double hand trap.
Yeah, 2 hand trap. Draw 1, I guess. Let's see.
It doesn't matter. This pushes through a lot. Like your opponent has to have like what imperm. You're gonna just activate Vessel and go for it, and you have call by the grave.
I mean, you have another tie for like follow up too. Normal tie, eat an imperm, another tie next turn, right? So yeah, there's. Okay. Do the bot. Yeah. But
that's the only brick in the deck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's it. That was the profile.
That's the profile. Like... We're just showing you guys the test hands. But
like look how crazy these hands are. The thing is, your hands are consistent like compared to all these other decks, dude. People are playing Dasher, people are playing Celestial, people are playing Draco Bag, people are playing the Rose Spell, people are playing all these like bricks in their deck, bro. I'm just playing the home. I'm playing the home, bro.
He only has 1 brick. Only 1 brick in the entire deck. Despot.
That's it, dude. That's it, bro. He's the only card, and like, he's not the worst. You could draw it with the Tenyi, sometimes Synchro 8.
Yep. Exactly.
That's it, you know.
Exactly.
Honestly, sometimes you could even use it. Sometimes you could use it to your advantage. Like if you open like a really good hand with Tennies and Vessel, you could really bait your opponent out and then make fiber and then use the effect and then they imperm you and then you normal the death spot and you make a Rorodon anyways. Like there's hands that you could just do that in this deck. It's not as bad as other decks where you open death spot where it's completely useless. Look at this hand, bro. Like it's just sickening.
That hand is sick.
I'm telling you, dude. Like I just drew nice the whole tournament, bro. That's how I was drawing the whole
Bro,
tournament.
I'm actually so mad, bro. I'm actually so mad. This deck is one of my favorite decks too. Every format so far. Yeah, this deck is one of my favorite decks of all time. I wish I could have topped the white with this deck. This hand is awful.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Like, hopefully if the nib gets me there, bro, I have a dream.
Yeah. You know which card I regretted not playing hand trap wise? I definitely wish I tried Bell out, but when I did the Bell analysis, it was like not that good. But I definitely want to try it.
Bell is definitely insane for me.
Yeah.
Get Water Enchantress, really good against the pink index and stuff. Bro.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. The hand going first is that hand's going first is an FTK. Like I think you go for like the infinite draw combo.
I love doing infinite draw combo. That's so fun. Yeah, because dude, and
it's pot of greed.
That played through nib right there. That infinite draw combo literally played through nib.
Yeah, like if you get nib, you had vessel, and then you fiber loop combo them. Yeah. You need to draw it. You need to draw it.
Come on, bro.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Yo, and the thing is, you don't know how broken before this was like, oh, if I get Imperm Valor, now it's like, I hope you ogre me, bro. I hope you ogre me, please. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got ogred on this. I go Moye and I reveal a Shuna. I got ogred on this like 4 or 5.
And Hani plays the Water Tenyi. That's why he plays the Water Tenyi.
So it dies, bro. You go for Shatana. Synchro 8. I would just search for follow-up here, bro, because like you have Imperm, Nib, Ogre, and then you probably just search for Taye for follow-up, and you just win the game. Yeah. That's what I would do.
Oh no, the draw combo. I jokingly call it infinite draw combo. Basically, the draw combo is you make the new rank 10, the new synchro 10, and then you go normal Moye reveal, and then you draw 2 cards. You literally pot of greed.
Oh. So if you open Moye, this is my favorite part with Moye Circle. Like this is like through a hand trap. Usually, when you Moye reveal literally any one of these, and you have Circle, and your opponent like hand traps you. Let's say your opponent ogres or imperms you, and you revealed any one of these, and you go Circle. You just search the missing piece, which is any one of these. You summon a token. You go pitch a Shuna, summon this.
Yeah, this is disgusting. Synchro 10.
You go Synchro 10.
Yep, this is disgusting.
You summon the new Synchro 10, and then you go Ashuna. This is through your opponent's ogre, by the way. So like, this is your opponent's ogre. So you go.
Because it gives you a draw still. I think that's why I like it a lot. And like the new 10 does a lot more than Chungus. Yeah.
It just decides if you draw a hand trap and you're like, man, I don't need really need to search for a blackout. I can search for a follow-up, or like I'll do that. But if I draw like a follow-up piece, I'll be like, okay, search
blackout. Got blackout. Yeah, it's just disgusting.
There I go. Set. Pass. And that's through their ogre. So through their ogre, they're dealing with this, and this. Dude, this is, you know how many interruptions this is, right? This is 2 interruptions, 1 interruption. This is a pop 2. This is like 4 interruptions, and a pop 2 interruption is ridiculous. Like this could go like 2 or 3, like some of the times.
Yeah. It usually goes
like this card out the right package. This card banishes Tennies on summon. Yep. This card literally, these cards are just so broken.
Blackout is probably the most broken card to pass on game 1 because it beats like every deck.
It beats every deck, bro.
Yeah.
That card's so
that's why Swordsoul is still a deck. Yeah.
That card's so broken, bro. That card's literally so broken.
Yep. Like, but. All right, yo, guys, if you guys enjoyed the profile, leave a comment, like, and subscription. I would mean a lot. And of course, shout out to Luxury Gaming. You can find that out in the description box below. And of course, guys, if you are not aware, we have our Luxury Gaming $3,000 to $2,000 3v3 tournament for Master Duel coming up this weekend. So, Farfa and I will be casting the tournament, so you guys definitely do not want to be missing that. You can find more information about that tournament in the description box below. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace!